Hello fellow coaches, in today's video we'll talk about how to design pre-season training programs using FEAK. When we're building a pre-season program, the key thing we're trying to do is trying to convert those gains in physical attributes like speed and power and muscle size that we built during the off-season, and we're trying to convert them into sports performance. For most sports that are seasonal, the pre-season lasts about 4 to 8 weeks. This is usually enough time to do about 2 different programs to prepare for the peak performance that you want during the sports season. Of these 2 programs, the final program is often aimed to peak the athlete's speed and power so they can perform maximally during the competitive season for their sport. An example of the final program before the competition season would be something like a contrast system, where you alternate a heavy lift with a fast explosive movement using similar muscles as the heavy lift. The heavy lift will prime the nervous system to perform the fast movement even faster. This improved performance should carry over into improved speed and power for the athlete in their sport. Now let's hop over to the FEAK system and design a contrast training program. So here we are in FEAK, in the Strength and Energy Systems training program design area. I'm going to design a sample pre-season template example. Okay, so we're going to use a full gym. We have a full gym available. It's a strength training program, and the goal would be speed and power because we're peaking for the competitive season. Experience level, normally they'll be quite experienced if you're doing such a program. So just for this example, we'll use a microcycle length, which means the length of the cycle before it repeats. So some athletes train 3 days out of 5, you'll choose a 5-day. If you're training, let's say 7 days or 6 days out of 10, you'll choose a 10-day. In this case, I'll just choose 7 for a weekly cycle. And we'll do, let's say, 3 cycle repeats to peak for the season. Number of training days, we'll put, let's say, 2, for example. And then 1 day upper body, 1 day lower body. Okay, and submit. So let's say we train on days 1 and day 4 of the cycle. We apply. This just helps you get the correct dates inside the app for the client and inside the calendar for the athlete. All right, so now let's customize the day names if you like. It's totally optional. Let's say this is lower body and this is upper body. Okay, and this will just show up more clearly on the person's app what they're supposed to do on that day. All right, so now let's edit the day. We'll put in a generic upper body or lower body warm-up. In the case of day 1, it's lower body. Okay, so we save day. And then we add exercise. A1 exercise, we're going to go for something heavy. So an example would be something like, let's say, a trap bar deadlift that's pretty heavy. Okay, so we'll go deadlift. And then the implement will be trap bar. Okay, so it's a heavy trap bar deadlift. All right, so now we see A1, I have chosen a posterior chain exercise, heavy trap bar deadlifts. And now I'm going to add the A2 exercise. So I add exercise, A2. I'm going to choose a plyometric exercise for the lower body because it's a high speed activity after the heavy one. So I'll do something, maybe a jump, maybe a jump is fine. And then maybe standing with counter movement. And then landing position on a platform with legs straight. And because I've done this before, I have a video that I've linked from YouTube. It doesn't have to be your video. It's a video that you think gives a good example of it. Of course, we have a long list of videos for you, but if you like, you can add your own. And then I submit. And as you can see, now we have A1 deadlifts and A2 plyometrics. All right, so now we're going to fill in the information. So this one, for example, we have quite a high number of sets. Let's say 6 sets. You do 2 heavy trap bar deadlifts with, let's say, a 4010 tempo. And then the rest, you're going to rest 10 seconds. It's immediate to the jumps. Intensity type, let's say we use a reps in reserve scale, and you'll be pretty close to maximum strength. So it's a high intensity exercise. Okay, and I'm going to duplicate for all the cycles. All right, and for the A2, we're going to use same number of sets because it's a superset. The reps will be something like, let's say, six jumps. Okay, so you're going to do 2 heavy trap bar deadlifts and then 6 high-speed jumps. So in this case, it's a 1, 0, X, 0. Okay, the system accepts an X for explosive movement. And then the rest after that can be quite long because you're going to rest your nervous system for a full recovery, 180. You can even go 240 or 200 seconds if you need to. And then intensity type, this will be reps in reserve, and this one, the intensity is high also. And you can duplicate for all cycles. Okay, the system shows the error when you don't match the sets. So if you have 6 sets in A1, you must have 6 sets in A2 because it's a paired exercise superset. All right, so let's say for the final week before the season, we want a slight deload, so we can change this to 4 sets. Okay, it'll say I must match, and so if I change this to 4, it matches. Now I save the day, and I've built the A1, A2 for this workout. Next, I'm going to add maybe a supplementary lower body exercises. So I can add exercise. I'll have, let's say, just a B exercise, okay, B1 alone. I'll do some kind of squat for moderate weight. So I'll do, let's say, a squat and medium stance with a high barbell and done. Okay, and just to finish off the workout, I'll do, let's say, 4 sets of 6 with a 3, 0, 1, 0 tempo, and then I'll rest 180 between exercises. And I'm not going to push myself because I don't want to get hurt or too fatigued near the season, so I'll go reps in reserve. I'll leave myself 2 reps in reserve for this exercise. I duplicate for all cycles. And now we have the lower body workout done. I save the day and I go to the program overview. And now if I want to duplicate this structure for upper body, I could just duplicate the day to day 2. And now very, very simple. In day 2 for upper body, obviously it's duplicated day 1. But when I edit the day and I want to change it to upper body explosiveness, I could just replace this exercise with something like a heavy bench press, some kind of heavy barbell, let's say incline bench press. And then I could add a link if I need to, a video link, and I submit. And then for this one, I replace it with some kind of plyometric upper body. Let's say some kind of throw, horizontal throw, and with a med ball, and with a step forward. Okay, submit. And so now I've built the upper body exercises very quickly. B1, maybe I'll go for some kind of upper back chin up. Neutral grip with narrow grip. Okay, so I've built quickly the upper body day with the same kind of structure as the lower body day, and it'll be an upper body warm-up, save day. And in the program overview, I am done. All I need to do is assign this workout to the user and it will appear in their app. Inside the FEAK app, when you go to your program folder, you'll see now we have this pre-season template example which we just built in the coaches portal. When you confirm, the lower body and upper body days appear here. And when we go to, for example, the lower body day, set the workout to today's date, and from here, the athlete can see what you've built in the back end, and he can start the workout with a warm-up, complete, and he can continue from there. So inside here, the user will fill in the weights and reps and click done on the green arrow when complete. So he'll do the A exercises, and then the B exercises, and then complete. And then the data will be saved in the app, and on the back end, you can see his progress and you can monitor how well he's peaking for the upcoming sports season. There are a lot more things that FEAK can do that no other strength training software can. So if you'd like to cut 70% off your program design time while retaining all the details that elite athletes need, contact us and we'll set up a demo for you to try the FEAK strength training software. Thank you very much.